Hi guys, and welcome to episode 2 of the Redemption Story. Sorry I couldn't bring anything to you last week as I was a little bit busy, and obviously we had the Scotland game in that on, where where we are massive, obviously, and we qualified for the League A, the UEFA Nations League. We're just the best team in the world right now, aren't we?
Big Stevie Clark, best gaffer in international football.
I mean, I currently has one of the best records anyway, for sure. Which never thought I'd say that about Scotland, but
Good things come to those who waited 25 years for a half decent team. So,
only 20, only 25 years. You sure it's not 27 years for like?
However many have been alive for.
Exactly. Without further ado, we're back this week, and I've actually got on, one of my best pals, I don't know, for a fucking lifetime, to be honest. Sean Rafferty. Welcome.
Cheers, mate. Cheers for having me on. Nice to be back.
Aye, because I remember one of the episodes. I think was it the Scottish Open 2021?
Aye, Scottish Open.
Because we're both going to that, and I was like, yes, here we go.
Good times.
God, that feels like a lifetime ago now. Like fucking hell. But no, it's good to have you. It's good to have you on again and speak to you because I mean we've been mates for fucking a long time now since school days, and although we support obviously different football teams and that, we do generally have the same kind of interest, don't we? So yeah, we'll go into a little bit about obviously your other sports that you excel in, but just now, I feel like we'll just speak about football to start with. Just obviously with Scotland obviously qualified for League A, the UEFA Nations League. We're in with the big boys now, and obviously that comes with luxuries being in pot two for the 2024 Euro qualifying stages, which should mean hopefully an easier group this time round.
Aye, hopefully. Obviously, Euro 2024 is in Germany, so as soon as I've seen that, that's the one you want to qualify for. But
Yeah.
couldn't think of a better country to go to a major tournament for. So, forget about Qatar. That's just a shambles.
Actually, speaking of Qatar, that's what it starts next month, doesn't it? It doesn't even feel like a
just over a month away. I'm off for about the first 10 days of it, so I'm looking forward to Tunisia v Cameroon at 10 in the morning on a Wednesday.
whilst grabbing the early Christmas dinner at this rate. To be fair, there hasn't actually been that much build up towards this World Cup. I don't know if it's just because it's a November World Cup.
It's a bit weird. There's too much domestic football going on for anyone to really pay any attention. It'll probably be once that finishes up. There'll be a bit of hype, but it's just a strange tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've had a look at obviously the top of the betting market for the World Cup and stuff, but have you got any early fancies for who you think will go well?
Well, I've already backed I backed Holland at 16 to 1 on Netflix Exchange a few months ago. Van Gaal's back in charge there. They've been pretty solid. They're still lacking a prolific goal scorer. Probably Depay's their main man up front, but in midfield and defence, they're pretty solid. And I don't think there's really a standout nation now, to be honest. So I think it's pretty open. I backed them, and I backed Croatia at 66 to 1 about 2 weeks ago. they've had the same manager for the last 4 or 5 years. Same manager that took them at the final of the last World Cup. They've got an aging team, but they've still got a good one. So they've looked solid in qualifying and stuff. So yeah, they're worth a stab at the odds.
I mean, they still got Modric, who's 37 now, but still a baller. And who's the other one? How can you forget Perisic? Sorry, that was the other one.
For me, Modric is still one of the best players in the world. Like, it kind of reminds me of Pirlo. He's getting better.
I mean, Perisic as well. I mean, he feels like he's been going on for a lifetime.
I've got plenty of players. Kovacic. Can't remember all of them off the top of my head, but
Brozovic, the type of defensive midfielder that lets the others play. Basically, he's a part of that squad as well.
Exactly. So I think it's pretty open. Obviously there's other favourites, but they always are. They've got a decent team, but they've not played against any European competitions, so we'll see what happens.
I mean, you can see why Brazil are favourites. Obviously, they're always going to be there or thereabouts as favourites, but I mean, they still have an unbelievable side. They've still got, well, obviously, Gabriel Jesus is in the form of his life right now for Arsenal since moving to Arsenal. We've still got Neymar, who scores goals for fun. I mean, Richarlison's playing well for Tottenham in spells.
Yeah, Vinicius Junior at Real Madrid, so he's got quite attacking options, Mike.
No, I mean, they're not quite that good in defence, are they? They've still got Thiago Silva, who's
got an older defence, but they're not as good as the Brazil teams have passed, like when you were younger, obviously. But as I say, I don't think international football is that high a standard now, so I think you need a world-class team to win.
What's Thiago Silva now? He's touching about 38, maybe.
37, 38, I think.
Jesus. And obviously, with it being a World Cup, being a major tournament, obviously England will be like second favourites because everybody loves to bet them.
No, me, I like to bet against them.
I mean, if you're betting England at 8-1, 10-1, you need your brain testing, to be honest.
They'll never get a better chance than the Euros that will be passed, and they still couldn't do it then. So I don't think they've got a lot of chance.
I mean, speaking of England and our recent current slump, I think that's 6-7 games now without a win in all competitions. I mean, before a World Cup, that's slightly worrying.
And I think it was 5 or 6 games without scoring for open play as well. So I don't know what's up, because you look at their team and it should be scoring for fun, really. I don't know if it's Southgate's tactics or players just don't play the freedom. I don't know.
I mean, obviously for us, it's always pleasurable watching them fail, but no, they do really realistically. They should be getting to semi-final, minimum with that squad they have.
I think if they don't do that, then I think Southgate's away, to be honest. I think the only reason he's still there is because we're on less than 2 months away from the World Cup. So.
Yeah. Anybody you fear for in this World Cup? Well, maybe apart from England.
I think Belgium are a really aging team now. I think they'll probably get through their group, but I can't see them doing a lot else other than that. I looked at their starting lineup last week, and I think 7 or 8 of their starting lineup was in their 30s. So it's like the best players are getting older, and there's not really anyone else coming through. So.
If I had to put you in a spot for maybe out with Croatia for a dark horse pick, like a really dark horse pick, like that you think could go under the radar? Who do you think? I think maybe that. To be honest, I don't know. I've not really looked into it that much, to be honest, but I do think that American side are no mugs, to be honest. Like they've got a really good core of good young upcoming players in that squad. I know they've got England and I know they've got Wales, but I mean they've got a really good core of young talented players. Like so.
Yeah, I don't think Wales are anything to fear. Neither are England. Like USA are usually pretty solid at World Cups, so I see how they get on. I think Serbia, they've got a decent team. They're in Brazil's group, but I'd like to think they can get through that with them. Obviously, the attacking options have got Filip Kostic, Luka Jovic, Dusan Vlahovic, and then obviously Alexander Mitrovic is just ridiculously prolific for them.
You've got Kostic and Savic as well. Well, Milinkovic, Savic, that obviously they're the playmakers on that side as well. So it's pretty good attack. Pretty good attack. Yeah, pretty good attacking options for Serbia. But no, I mean anything could happen with this American side. But I remember, to be honest, like when the time comes, I'll look forward to the World Cup. I usually always do. I mean, I remember the Brazil World Cup, obviously at like 1 o'clock in the morning, watching Australia versus Japan. Like, it doesn't get much better, to be honest. So.
I think everyone's biased in terms of like the World Cups when they were kids. That's their favourite. Like for me, it's 02 and 06, like Japan and Germany. Like for me, they're the best World Cups, but I'm probably just being totally biased.
I mean, to be fair, 2014 just for the goals alone was pure carnage. But
2014 was good. 2010 was pretty forgettable.
Russia was pretty mixed. I mean, there was goals, but at the same time, it didn't feel like a proper World Cup in terms of obviously being Russia. Russia's obviously it's one of the most political countries in the world right now, and it just felt a little strange. But obviously, with this Qatar World Cup, it's going to be corrupt. Well, it is corrupt as fuck. But
the fact it's happening there is corrupt.
I mean, you just got. I mean, it's just got to go ahead and watch it. Really, to be honest, and it's just.
It'll still be.
So, in terms of club football, obviously you're a Hibs fan, a long-suffering Hibs fan, aren't you? But that's all. I mean, that's all good. I'm a long-suffering Jambo as well, so it doesn't get much better. But obviously, out with being a Hibs fan, Hibs through and through. You're also a Newcastle United fan, and even before all the times of the Saudi takeover and all the money and stuff, you've been through the mill with Newcastle United. When did you first kind of discover your love for like Newcastle?
Probably when I was a kid, to be honest. My dad never really had an English team, but he's like Newcastle were his preferred team. Kind of like the late 90s, early 90s. So I kind of always remember there's like Shearer, Bellamy, Kieran Dyer, players like that under Bobby Robson. So that's kind of when I started supporting them.
Ginola as well? Was that around about that time?
That was a wee bit before then, but I had a really good team under Robson. Always good to watch. So. Yeah, it was downhill after that.
Pretty much. I mean, to be fair, like you named some of the players there, and I mean, realistically, should be winning at least a cup with that kind of side they had. Like,
it's crazy how long it's been without winning any. Yeah, apart from like promotions, it's not won anything in so long. Like, it's ridiculous for a team their size, but hopefully it's not too far away now. we've still not been to. We must be one of the only teams in England that have never played at the new Wembley. It's not very new anymore.
I mean, that is pretty mental to be fair, but I mean, obviously you need obviously Shearer and Shea Given and that type of player will get mentioned, but they did have a class side back in the day. I mean, you got the Greek centre half Dabi's he was a good player. Who else? Lauren Robert was dynamite on the left wing.
Robert was
Solano, and that's a pass for the pass.
Solano, Robert on the wings, and then Kieran Dyer, Lee Bowyer in the middle, Gary Speed. Great team.
I mean, when you put it like that, some team like, and then obviously you've had the banter days of obviously you had I mean, you can't really see Joey Barton and Kevin Nolan with banter days, but you had some huddies like Leon Best up front and players like that.
It's been a mixed bag. I do remember at one point we had James Perch and God, who was the other one? I can't even remember, but someone terrible as the centre back.
Vernon Anita.
He was brilliant, mate. What a player.
So who would you say growing up, obviously being a Hibs fan, who would you say was the one player that you always loved, obviously to watch growing up?
Like for Hibs, yeah.
Well, since you really started following Hibs and that, like who the kind of like maybe top 3 players you put like
if I had to pick one for each kind of era, then I think every Hibs fan idolised Frank Sawsey, like late 90s, early 90s. Just a world class player. No idea how he ended up at Hibs, but probably Sawsey for the early days, and then Scott Brown from like a year under like Tony Mowbray, John Collins, a brilliant player for us. And then it has to be John McGinn in more recent years. Similar player to Brown, just an absolute workhorse in the middle of the park, but a legend. But pretty much every Hibs fan.
To be honest, I'm quite surprised. I thought you would have put in Russell Larrapy in that mold.
You can take your pick for that team, like Sawsey, Larrapy, Mixu, Zitelli. It's a ridiculous team.
And then obviously Rardin and your Rardins and O'Connors and maybe not Kevin Thompson, but like Stephen Whittaker, he was a class player back then. And
we've had a couple of brilliant teams. Probably at least 3 really good squads at one point. But I've had their tough times as well. But I think we're getting back on track with Lee Johnson. So
I think not quite your Jorge Claroses.
Nah. Less said about him, the better. I mean,
not for long. To be fair, the way we're going right now, some horrendous performances recently, like it's pretty worrying. I know we're juggling the Conference League and the league games together, but some of the performances have been absolutely pathetic, in all honesty. But as Hearts, you get used to it over the years.
I was surprised with the way he's lost to Rangers this weekend. 4-0. The way Rangers have been playing, I thought Hearts had a good chance, but they're well and truly beaten.
I mean, it's just another typical game against the Old Firm. Just shit the bed and just fall to pieces. I mean, it's been happening since I've been since I've been on this planet. So like nothing's going to change anytime soon. Like in terms of
Robbie Nielsen's too
Yeah, I mean, I've always said, especially, I mean, I gave him his due after that Brora debacle like a couple of years ago in the Scottish Cup. I mean, he did get us back up and stuff, but I've always said that I've never been his biggest fan, Robbie Nielsen, for that exact reason, especially the games against the Old Firm. Just so fucking defensive is unbelievable. You like,
'Cause looking from the outside, like he's got his promoted easily, and then he's finished third the first season back up. Like from the outside, that looks pretty good to me. But folk will say the same about Jack Ross at Hibs. Like I just never ever took to the guy, even though he got us third in the league. The football was just eye league.
I mean, I mean, I'll give him his due. He did obviously. We did get back up, and we finished third in the first season back up by, I think it was about 17 points in the end. But at the same time, everybody else was fucking horrific, to be honest. So
The quality of the SPL is pretty shocking. Like, to be honest.
if you take away they two, I mean, compared to the rest of the teams, it's ridiculous. The ridiculously alarming is what I was trying to say. Is the in comparison to the other two, anyway, it's very worrying.
Yeah, Hibs, Hearts, Aberdeen, they're kind of all in transition now. Like, it doesn't feel like any of them are that good. They're the only ones that are realistically going to challenge the Old Firm.
Yeah. It's just the same old. Like, to be fair, I think me and you will both be dead by the time Hearts or Hibs win the SPL again. So,
Probably, aye.
but Scottish football, who'd enjoy it? Right. Anyway, so your main kind of sports, well, out with football, is, well, you're a massive darts fan. That's pretty evident. You consider yourself a darts better / tipper?
Aye, definitely. It's been years now I've been doing that. Me and my pal Mike started a darts Twitter page about, must have been about 2010, and it was just a mixture of like giving like updates on matches and putting in like betting tips as well. But obviously we were only like 15, 16 years old at the time, so it was a bit of a mess. But that's how we first got into it.
As you do, 16-year-old. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, thinking about that now, it's just like, oh, Jesus Christ, 2010. That's 12 years ago now. We're getting on a bit.
It's pretty scary, like. But we've done that for a few years, and then I kind of took on the Twitter myself. So I think I had about 700 odd followers. It was all right, and then I kind of just done my own thing for a few years, and then last year I started up like a Telegram betting tips page. So I've just been dedicated to that for the last 18 months.
Like obviously, I know firsthand. Obviously, starting whatever venture, it's just it takes a while to kind of like take off as such. So obviously to do the Twitter page, and then obviously to do the Telegram. Do you ever get frustrated at first that people obviously didn't pay that much attention, like when you're first starting out, or
you just got
you got to the stage now, kind of, that you're just like, you didn't really give a fuck anymore?
It's just you know what to expect. You've got to be patient because it does take a while unless you've got a massive following, then it's always going to take a while to get off the ground. And I've got 95 subscribers now, so hopefully I get this 3 figures soon.
Well, I mean, speaking of darts right now, obviously we've got the Grand Prix that's on in Leicester. Obviously it's double in, double out, which well, obviously from a obviously watching it, it's a very interesting format. Playing in it is absolutely torture. I know. Obviously, first-hand experience that I played a tournament. I think it was a few months ago, but it was a double start, and honestly, it was just a nightmare.
It's not easy. It's hard to get a rhythm when you're having to double in all the time. I do like the tournament. It's just something a bit different, but I feel like they could make the format a bit bigger. Like, it only started last night, but I think really they should have started at the start of the Sunday and then maybe have the first round matches best of 5 sets. It's only best of 3 sets just now. So if you lose the first set, your back's against the wall straight away.
Yeah. Obviously, just alluded to that it started last night. Did you have any like pre-event tips that you kind of fancied to either win a tournament or at least go well?
Yeah, I've tipped 3. You'll see them on the Telegram page, but I'll tell them anyway. I've pretty predictable, but I went with Gavin Price 11-2, Peter Wright 8-1, and then outside shot Danny Nortec 20-1 each way. The last 2 years, Price has won it in 2020 and reached the final last year, so can't argue with that.
I mean, he is the best player in the world right now as well. So.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Van Gerwen, I always struggle to back him just now. Just you don't know what you're going to get, but he's won this 5 times, so you can't argue with that at all. But I just prefer to sit on the fence with Van Gerwen just now.
Yeah. It was obviously Johnny Clayton won the event last year. Started off with it was a kind of tough game for him last night against obviously Dirk van Dijvenbode is a top 15 player in the world now, so tricky first game over with. But in terms of a title defence, I mean, he could have easily lost that. So what do you reckon of Johnny Clayton's chances this week?
I think he's got a great chance. Just missed out for me, to be honest. Obviously, I had a great year in 2021. This year was a lot slower, but I feel like he's gradually coming back into form. He won a World Series event in August, I think it was. So he's getting the confidence back up just in the right time for the autumn winter swing or the big tournaments.
Is there one player you really want to see go well in the next kind of month or two heading into obviously the World Championship starting in December?
Well, I'm always pretty biased towards Adrian Lewis, so I'd love to see.
Well, good start last night. It was very good against Jose de Souza.
Aye, great start for him. I wouldn't say double in format is suited to Eddie that much, but he played well. He's had moments this year, but he's still been mega inconsistent. So I'm just hoping he can go on a solid run going into the Worlds this year.
I mean, he's got naturally the fluent action. Probably, well, he can get in the game of darts. Maybe him and Michael van Gerwen, but definitely Lewis. He's got one of the best throws you can watch. So when he's firing and in good form, I mean, it just looks like he could never miss.
Oh, it's just so natural, the way he throws. Seems to be a nice guy off the hockey as well. Seems like all the other players respect him. So I just want to see him get back to his best. He's a top 5 player in the world all day long.
So for those, because everybody's not going to be into darts, which you can take or leave it, fair enough. But for those that maybe, I mean, for those that watch darts but are a little bit like, inconsistent with like watching every tournament and stuff, like what would you say are the best kind of tournaments like to kind of start back up watching, like out with the Worlds?
I think the UK Open is brilliant. It gets called like the FA Cup because it's just balls in a hat, so anybody can draw anyone. It's just a 3-day event, but the Friday's always absolute carnage because they've got 8 boards on the go at the same time, and the crowd at the venue just are dotted about through all the boards. It's on ITV4, that tournament. Usually they'll go around the boards and let you know what's happening and all that. So they're out through the first 4 rounds of that event in the first day. So that's a really good tournament. Obviously, a world match play. Probably easily the second biggest tournament for me. Played at the Winter Gardens, which is arguably the best venue in darts, maybe that or the Lakeside. And then probably just the Grand Prix for the double in. So I would say the UK Open, World Match Play, and the World Grand Prix.
You obviously mentioned the Winter Gardens and that, and the crowd. Well, just mentioned the crowd in general. I mean, like gradually, I think recently, obviously, the crowds are just becoming more and more like filled with arseholes rather than proper darts fans. I don't know if that's kind of what your observation is on it, but
I think folk just view the darts as a night out instead of actually taking an interest in the darts a lot. Obviously, the Premier League's the worst for it. Like, you just hear them singing football chants all game and not really paying attention to the darts.
The Yaya Colo Toure chants is still going on about 10 years later.
Anyone that's caught singing that should just be pulled out straight away. That and Don't Take Me Home.
That and Stand Up If You Love the Darts is getting a bit repetitive as well. At least they're singing darts, but
I think the closer you got to grassroots, the more proper the crowds are. But when you go to big events like that, it's just like it's almost like football ads on a night out kind of thing.
God, it's like the same kind of songbook as like Hearts, non-existent, or the same old fucking shit.
Usually that's what for me always set the World Match Play apart, is that it was more of a proper darts crowd than Blackpool. Although recent years it's kind of started swaying towards the rest.
Amongst other sports, you also well, a massive snooker fan. Where did that kind of loving kind of start for you? Like your kind of loving for snooker?
I've no idea, to be honest. Like I kind of always kept an eye on the major tournaments that are on BBC. Like they've always televised the Worlds, the UK, and the Masters. So just as a laddie, like watching these tournaments and keeping an eye on stuff. And then only like over the last few years I've started watching pretty much every tournament that goes on. My dad's always been a big snooker fan, so it's always been on the telly.
Fair enough. I mean, obviously, with that Telegram page, you also put you also do snooker tips as well. What would you say? What would you say is the kind of like the best price winner you've ever had
on the snooker?
Snooker, like.
Honestly, couldn't tell you, mate, to be honest. I think I've not had a really big winner on the snooker. Mainly my big winners have been on the darts. Mainly stick to like match betting on the snooker. I mean, I've had plenty of outright winners, but nothing that really stands out, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems much harder than obviously darts for like getting outright winners and stuff. Obviously,
I think it's harder for guys on the outskirts to win the snooker than it is like the darts. It's pretty easy to get outside shot win, but usually the top of the rankings, they'll dominate the bigger tournaments in the snooker.
Kind of put it in comparison a little bit, obviously, to golf. Like when you can get, obviously, like any given week, I'd say a 200-1 shot could just win for anywhere, like for like his second PGA Tour title in like 7 years, etc. Just as an example. Just
the golf's mental when it comes to
outright. Obviously, for those that know me already, obviously I've been doing the golf stuff on and off since 2017, and obviously it's a tough slog at times. But like the past couple of weeks, I've been a little bit better. Had Guido Migliozzi winning at 80-1 at the French Open, which was a long time coming because I mean, just as much as anybody that
I think anyone that's ever listened to a Jason Farr's podcast knows.
Shout out to Jamie, but the amount of times or a shite episode, shite tournaments, sorry, that we mentioned about Guido being a hunk and fucking mancos and all that.
It's not Guido, it's Molinari.
I think one of the last ones was Rafa Cabrera Bello as well, like being an absolute Adonis. I mean, the amount of shit I've come out with over the years is unbelievable. But yeah, I mean, the past couple of weeks have been good. Although I had Garrick Higo finish so third last week at Sanderson Farms at 400-1, believe it or not. There was a part of me that was like gutted he didn't make the playoff because he just missed by one to Sepp Straka and Mackenzie Hughes. He would have been in the playoff, and to be honest, against A2, I would have kind of fancied him to get the job done, to be honest. But at the same time, with a 400-1 shot, you shouldn't feel like disappointed, obviously, because it's a massive place return. But at the same time, being one shot off the winner is just, it does feel a bit disheartening at times. But 400-1.
You look at his recent form, I think he'd missed like 6 of the last 7 cuts, so to finish third for nowhere seemingly. Pretty good.
It's obviously in that kind of case, it's too kind of talented to be that kind of price range, even though his form is horrific, kind of thing. I put out in a tweet on my Twitter page last week that I do feel Garrick Higo's he's got to start playing well at some stage, and why not at 400-1 when nobody's on him? So it's just it's kind of bittersweet in a way. Disappointed, obviously, never got the win, but bittersweet in a way that he was up there all week, to be honest, finishing in solo third. So
a 400-1 place is as good as a winner, really.
Pretty much.
The European Tour, the DP World Tour winners have been pretty good recently, with obviously Migliozzi and McIntyre winning. It's good for a Ryder Cup perspective, so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Well, I suppose you can add Lowry in that mix because that was the first week the Ryder Cup, Ryder Cup qualifying. So Lowry, McIntyre, and Migliozzi are 3 European winners since the Ryder Cup qualifying started, and then last week was Ryan Fox, who really should have been in the President's Cup kind of edition. Where it's usually USA versus the international side. He should have really been in the international side with the form he showed this year. somehow got rejected by Trevor Immelman, and it was a week of the rejected golfers with Ryan Fox winning and Mackenzie Hughes winning, who was also kind of overlooked. So it's a strange sport, isn't it? But it's what it is.
So many players in golf, like it's hard to say who should be picked and who shouldn't. But I agree, Ryan Fox should have been there. He's had a class season. They've been a bit quiet the last couple of months, but he's sprung up and won again here. So he's had a great year.
I mean, you do enjoy like a punt on the golf, like most of the time, like yourself, and like you have had quite a few winners this year, haven't you?
It's been pretty good this year. Kind of in the summer swing, I've done well. I was on softly at the Scottish Open, and then Cam Smith the following week at the Open at St Andrews. Well, I've had a few good winners. I had Callum Sink win on the GP Tour. I think I was my only winner on there, but I've had a few in the PGA or the majors. The four majors this year, I had Scheffler in the Masters, Zalatoris second, and then I had Cam Smith and Christy was all I wanted. I was on them anyway.
Sorry, Scheffler. Oh shit! Scheffler, Cam Smith won the Open. PGA was who's the PGA again?
It was obviously Fitzpatrick won the US Open.
Fitzpatrick was the other one, and JT.
Oh, sorry. Player had 21.
I know what one you're actually going to say, but what for you's been like the toughest loss or the toughest pill to swallow, like in terms of a defeat, when you've been close to a golf tournament? I think I know what one you're gonna talk about, but I'll let you go through it anyway.
It has to be Perez picking Ryan Fox.
I knew that was coming.
I mean, you could have blindfolded Perez for 100 feet and he would have made the putt. So it was just one of them. All I needed Fox to do was think it was double bogey the last on a par 5 and he couldn't do it. And then Perez just putted absolutely everything, even in the playoff. I think Fox was on the green in 2 and a par 5 and he still managed to get beaten the whole. It's ridiculous. That's golf.
I mean, I wasn't even on Perez off Fox, but even just like watching that, like I could feel the tension. It just kind of wouldn't go away. Perez, it just kind of like, it was like everything for like 60 feet onwards was just going in the hole.
It's a strange one, but you get them in your favour sometimes too. Obviously, last season I was on Homa when Tony Finau missed a bit of 3-foot putt to win it, and then opened the door for Homa. So I can't grumble.
What for you would you say is like your most impressive winner, like in terms of golf wise? Because you have had quite a few, to be fair, in the past kind of like 18 months or so. So
yeah, that's a tough one. I've had Homa at 8-1. Russell Knox when he won the Irish Open, I think that was about 66, 71. A couple of winners.
That was another one. Russell Knox. Fucking hell.
That's unbelievable. He played Perez as well that day. Against Fox again.
That was 60 footer and then another 60 footer. I remember it well. Jeez. I mean, for me, well, I don't know if you remember. You probably will remember this. I think it was 2020 was the best winner I've ever had. It was 125-1.
Is it?
Was that?
Was it Wiesberger or was it someone else?
No. It was. I mean, to get Wiesberger 125-1 at that period would have been a lot to ask for. Like, but
I'm just trying to think back to that Scottish Open. I can't remember what place he was.
I mean, for me, that's probably one of the more memorable ones. But
Yeah.
no, the biggest one I've actually had is still to this day is 125-1 winner. It was Joe Stalter, believe it or not.
The sexy Frenchman.
And in 2020 at the Uram Bank Open.
Doesn't it get any more tinsel than that?
Still to this day, I can't believe he managed to, like, of all people, like, or all kind of players, Joel Stalter, who's done pretty much fuck all since he won that.
Well, you're getting like almost 4-figure odds on him now.
I mean, have you not had an experience with Pavan recently?
Nah, I've ambitiously tried to punt him a few times, but to no avail. Nah, I thought there was a bit of resurgence coming for a while, but I think he's back to just missing cuts.
Just while we're speaking about like 4-figure odds, there, just it kind of made me think of Pavan for a wee bit.
That ship sailed now.
Obviously you mentioned Wiesberger there, the 2019 Scottish Open. Obviously, for me, that's got to be the most memorable one because also took him at kind of 90-1 after, like, he hadn't even started his first round, and he was 90. He went all the way out to 90-1 to win the golf tournament. Backed him in play then 40-1 pre-tournament, and they both came in. So that's probably the most joyous one. Obviously, being the Scottish Open.
That's where we really want to win a race. So at least we've both had one there now.
You had a look at the golf this week for the Open d'Espagne. John Rahm's gone back to Spain. He's flopped up along with Fleetwood this week, and Cantley's kind of favourite in the Shriners Children's Open. You had a look this week, or
not really, to be honest. It's quite poor week. I've kind of been concentrating on the DP World Tour more than the PGA the last couple of months, so probably be the same again this week. I doubt I'll have a punt on it, but John Rahm 5-2, like, just horrendous.
I think it was tied 17th last year when they would have been like even bigger price.
I mean, it's not even
and
like
now he's like
brilliant form, really.
I mean, just John Rahm type form, to be honest, like steady enough, but just kind of seem to get more wins than what he should.
He's actually short as 2-1 with a couple of bookies.
Jesus Christ! Wow, that's pretty laughable if you ask me, to be honest. I mean, he's an unreal player. We all know that, but no one should really be 2-1 for a golf tournament. That's going back to like Tiger Woods at his prime.
It's just ridiculous, considering how many players are in it. No, not for me.
So yeah, so the Open d'Espagne this week on the DP World Tour with it going back to Madrid again this year. It was in Madrid last year where Rafa Cabrera Bello beat Adrianos in a playoff at 19 under. That was I believe that was Cabrera Bell's first win in 4 years. When he won that last year. So maybe this week it's a chance. It's a reminder and a chance for players that haven't won in a few years to maybe get a job done. You never know, but to be honest, I wouldn't say there's many standouts this week in terms of price wise. Obviously, Ram being there is nice, push it up a little bit, but
it's
Fleet
not
as well.
great. It's got Valderrama next week, so I think a lot of players are probably just using this as a stepping stone to that.
Yep. The best week of the whole year next week, and I'm away on holiday. Time to stop over at Valderrama on the Saturday. Get a Saturday ticket.
I fully expect you to be standing in some square in Florence with Hesgo on watching Valderrama.
Either that or just keep it staring at my phone at Flash Score all day. So obviously that's we talked quite a lot of things sport wise now. Is there any kind of sport that like you really kind of get into, or you just like despise?
There's a few that I just can't get
really.
into. I wouldn't say despise, but Formula One, I don't even know how it's a sport, to be honest. I just feel like it's just fast car. I just feel like it's whoever's got the best equipment wins it. It's not really a level playing field, I don't think. NFL.
American sport.
NFL. What else? Baseball, even ice hockey. I've tried to watch NFL a million times, but every time I watch it, I have no idea what's going on, and usually the game's not even being played. It's just stop-start all the time.
What about cricket as well? Cricket's another one. It's fucking pish.
Cricket. I think games last about 4 weeks. Just far too long.
You might actually be right, to be honest.
It's not far off.
I mean, you got a fair point in terms of cricket. Cricket's got to be the worst for me.
I think it's an English sport. Like, I don't know many Scottish people that are into cricket. Maybe it's just because the team's shit.
I mean, you got brief interest in rugby union as well.
I like watching the international. I like watching international rugby. I'm not really into rugby league. But I like watching like the Six Nations and the World Cup and stuff. I always follow the Scotland games, but that's about as far as it goes. I wouldn't like to go to a game or anything.
I was actually about to ask that, to be honest. You actually been to a proper rugby game? Or?
I have been to one years ago. The friendly against South Africa at Murrayfield. I actually left the Hibs game early to make it, and there were 3-0 up when I got into the ground, and we lost 27-3. So that was the beginning and the end of my rugby attendance.
Can you remember what team it was against?
South Africa.
Was it? Oh,
yeah, so didn't really stand a chance. But, just the whole atmosphere and that, it's just not for me.
I mean, fair enough. Same could be said with, obviously, rugby. If you're a rugby fan, the same could be said for like football and stuff as well. Like, yeah, either love it or you hate it, kind of thing. But
I mean, the only good thing is you can actually buy a pint and have it at the game at the rugby.
I mean, at Murrayfield, is it not like fucking £8 a pint or something?
It probably is. I'd probably still pay it.
Right. You're so obviously being good mates. Like I know you're really big into like music and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to put you on the spot a little bit. So in terms of I want you to name me so one performance live that you thought was amazing. Like this could be for like the TV
Right.
or like Glastonbury, Edinburgh and Leeds Festival, and one that you've witnessed live that you just thought was like unmatched. So we'll start with the one that you've been in attendance with. So what would you say is up there with one of one of the best performances in terms of a band or a song or whatever?
Probably be the same answer for both of us. Probably Kasabian at Victoria Park in 2014. They were kind of always my favourite band growing up, and it felt like Victoria Park was their their proper biggest gig they'd done. Obviously in front of a lesser crowd as well.
Then it was the King Power Stadium. Then it was the King Power after.
Aye, that was still good, but I feel like Victoria Park was like the pinnacle for them. That's when you really thought like, yeah, this band are massive. The crowd was unbelievable at that as well.
Yeah. No, definitely. Obviously, I was there with you, and it was just, from start to finish, it was class, superb. Like in terms of like a live song that you've been at a gig, Phil. Well, we'll just take your Kasabian answer. So, like, favorite Kasabian song live?
Always loved Vlad and Taylor. Always
Uh,
prefer Fire. Like Fire is good, but Vlad and Taylor is kind of like my version of Fire. That's when it just kicks off at the end. Probably that, but there is a few like Club Fruit, obviously. I could go on and on, to be honest. But I'd say Vlad and Taylor.
I mean, to be fair, right up there is Praise You slash Ellis. Praise You slash Lost Souls Forever LSF, which is for me is an unbelievable mix live, to be honest.
It's really smart to break into that. First time they done that, I was pretty mind blown by that.
And in terms of a live performance you've seen, obviously, well, it could be for like Glastonbury, Tea in the Park, whatever. That you're like you're like, wow, that's unbelievable.
I'm not saying this is going to be my answer, and you'll probably not believe it, but I actually think Queen at Live Aid is an unbelievable gig. Like I'm not even a Queen fan, but it is unbelievable. Like,
I've heard you for years, like just say, "Oh, Freddie Mercury, push," kind of.
I'm honestly not a Queen fan, but that gig is pretty iconic. In terms of stuff I'm into, maybe Arctic Monkeys at Glastonbury the first time they headlined that. I think it was 2013 after the AM album. That was class. There's loads I could name, but they're the ones that really stick out in my mind.
I mean, I'm fucking shocked that you just said Queen. I was not expecting that.
Nah, like I say, I'm not a Queen fan. I just think in general, like, as a music fan, like you've got to respect that gig. Like it is unbelievable.
I mean, fair enough.
It's probably the only time I've ever listened to Queen is that performance.
In terms of, so you could be alive or dead, but one act the one act slash artist slash singer, sorry, that you wish you wish you had seen. So they could either
Easy answer. Prince.
Prince. I mean, to be honest, I kind of had a hunch that maybe he'd be up there along with someone else. I don't know, but
it has to be Prince. Like my dad and my uncle have always been mad on him. So I've always listened to his live. I'm more into like his funky live stuff, like extended versions of singles and stuff. Like I do like the main songs, but that's more. I'd rather watch like a Prince concert, like where it's just his whole band are jamming. Like it's absolutely brilliant.
Favorite Prince song. I mean, there's quite a lot, so.
Give me a minute. I'll tell you now. In terms of like a band I want to see that are still going, is definitely Jamiroquai. Like, I think they're absolute class. But they never ever tour. Like that's been about 10 years since they've done a tour in the UK. So I'm absolutely desperate to see them. But I need them to start touring.
JK, wow.
I always feel like he's like a bit of a modern day Prince in a way. Like just the way they are live and stuff. Like you can tell he's been influenced a lot by Prince. What about you?
Cheers, you put me back on the spot. Nice. So I mean, well, in terms of like the one I've witnessed live, the kind of best song I probably witnessed live, or one of the best songs that I've witnessed live. It's tough because I've seen quite a few, like, but no, that it's getting hard now. To be honest, in terms of a live band that I think are like really good, I'll say a different answer from Kasabian. So for me, probably DMAs are up there. We're probably one of the best live bands about. You probably agree with me on that one as well. Australian band.
Yeah, definitely. They're a good live band. I've seen them 3 or 4 times now. While we're on the music, actually, an artist that I'm seeing on Friday, I've seen her a couple of times now, but Brooke Combe, like she's a singer for Edinburgh. She's brilliant. Like, no, it's not brought out her first album yet. It's just singles, but she's been working with Miles Kane and James Skelly for the choral. So she's got like a decent team behind her. So she's playing in Glasgow on Friday night, but anyone listening, give her a listen.
Nice, giving suggestions and everything. Edinburgh based as well. Wow.
Exactly.
So so the live song. I mean, Vlad Imperial, I've got to agree, he's got to be up there. To be honest, local boy in the photograph, Stereophonics was really good live as well.
Yeah.
That's up there. Probably, but I'm probably gonna go. No, actually, you know me now. No, best live, the best live song I've seen live. I think we were both at the gig together. Funnily enough, was the Chemical Brothers. You know what's coming next, don't you? Sometimes I feel sometimes I feel so deserted by the Chemical Brothers. Unbelievable. The choreography and that they done for that, so like on the screen and that was just unbelievable, and the song is unbelievable live. So I'll go with the Chemical Brothers.
Yeah, anyone that's not seen the Chemical Brothers live, or even the Prodigy, to be honest, if you go and see them, both unbelievable.
I mean, Prodigy were up there. I mean, Prodigy, Benny Cassim, remember that?
Vaguely.
At like 1 o'clock in the morning.
I just remember it being like the hottest gig I've ever been at.
Speaking of festivals, there's a blast for the past. That's kind of going downhill now. Benny Cassim, but what time we had back then? I think it was like 2015.
There always seems to be a big festival in Spain that's widely attended by British people. Probably Primavera now, I think, in Spain. I think a lot of British folk go to that.
So that weekend well, the main acts were the Prodigy and Blur. Blur were the headline on the Saturday. For what I can remember, the Prodigy was the Friday night, I think. But even some of them were like Noel Gallagher, like when Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds were there. JBT was there as well. Funnily enough, got to see JBT next month.
Yeah, that'll be good. Like Jimmy got his most recent album's pretty good. What venue is that?
So that'll be the first. I can't remember what venue it's at. I think I want to say it's O2 Academy, Glasgow. But that'll be good seeing JBT for the first time since 2015. In terms of a live song for like that I've witnessed on either YouTube or TV or that, this may surprise you a little bit, but I think from 1992 Reading and Leeds Festival.
Probably guess the answer. Nirvana.
Nirvana, Come As You Are. That guitarist in 1992 at Reading and Leeds Festival is fucking iconic. It was unbelievable live. Like, it's probably one of the best live songs I've heard. Like,
I was never like a massive Nirvana fan, but that album is good.
Never mind. For me, it's got to be in the top 5 albums of all time. To be honest, it's just unbelievable. But definitely Nirvana up there. For a live band that obviously due to the circumstances around about that time, that I wish I'd seen. Obviously, we weren't born back then, but
would have been some gigs. I was 10 years older, right? That's just the way it is.
So yeah. So I'm going to put you on the spot with 5. So what would be top 5? I'll just put you on the spot now.
What was that? Sorry, my top 5. What?
Top 5 albums of all time, would you say?
God. Right. Oasis definitely maybe has to be there. Probably the best debut album ever. I'd go with that. Urban Hymns by The Verve. Unbelievable album when The Verve were kind of at their peak in '97. Emergency on Planet Earth, I would say, by Jamiroquai. That's a great album.
Interesting.
I feel like I need to include Arctic Monkeys. The first good album I ever bought was Favourite Worst Nightmare by Arctic Monkeys, their second album. So I'll include that. So that's 4. And then for the last one, I'll go more dance music. I'll go Fat of the Land by The Prodigy. It's got a lot of great songs on it.
Interesting mix there. No, to be fair, pretty decent. See when you were on about debut albums, we, you know, I was going to say, not tempted to put in Temple's debut album.
That's still up there with the worst gigs I've been to, and I've just seen Ian Brown did karaoke, so make what you want of that.
Oh, what was that? Oh, when was that? Was that 2013 or something? Temples at the Olympics.
2013, 2014 at the Olympics. The most forgettable gig I've ever been.
There's just no atmosphere about it.
Nah, it was just shocking. But to be fair, I've been at about 300 gigs, so there's got to be a couple of poor ones in
there. So for me, I mean, this might vary a bit from you, obviously, because, well, I mean, we do like the same stuff, but at the same time, there's a couple of albums that I think are like really, really good. Put back in the day, so well, obviously, I feel like I'm going to add Oasis. So you said definitely maybe, so I'll go. Yeah, I'll go Be Here Now, probably.
It's a really underrated album. I know, like, Noel Gallagher always says nobody in the band's ever listened to it again and all that, but I think it was just because it followed on for Definitely Maybe and Morning Glory that there's a lot of pressure on that. It's still got loads of great songs in it. It's probably my favourite Oasis album to listen to.
So I'll go Be Here Now by Oasis. West Rider. God, it's such a mouthful. West Rider, Pauper, Lunatic Asylum by Kasabian.
Yeah, I'd say that's their best album, actually.
That's a mouthful. Yeah, Nevermind by Nirvana, 99. I'm going to actually put Green Day, American Idiot in there as well.
That's a good album, like.
I'm going to put that in there as well, to differ a little bit. And probably go the first Arctic Monkeys album as well. That just had banger after banger after banger.
That's a great album.
So yeah, that'd probably be 5 there. The worst gig you've ever been to? So, well, probably Temples is up there, but maybe apart from Temples.
I've not actually been to that many bad gigs. Probably that, or I once went to a Cortina's gig where I didn't get in till the 12th or 13th song. Then my phone got nicked. So that was just a disaster, I think. Either that or then seen The View Unplugged in 2015, I think.
Is that Oran Moore?
Aye, Oran Moore, yeah. That wasn't the best, but again, I've seen The View 12, 13 times, and every other one's been brilliant. So
I don't know if you're going to remember this, because they were like a thingy, the backing group at one of the gigs 3 years ago, but I'm going to put Jaguar Ma up there.
Jesus.
I think that was Victoria Park, believe it or not.
Yeah, it was. They were before Rudimental, I think.
So yeah,
they were after them.
They were just so very depressing.
Just strange support for that gig.
So yeah, I'm gonna go Jaguar Ma as one of the worst gigs. Well, one of the worst bands definitely that I've had to endure.
Yeah.
Any other kind of gigs going up? Going that you've got coming up out with Brook?
Yeah, I've got got a few. I've seen the enemy at Corn Exchange in 2 weeks, I think. Obviously, it's like the first tour in 6 years, so I always loved the enemy growing up. I've seen
What
them.
band?
Aye, and then I've seen the View, who are doing a similar kind of tour in December. And then I'm seeing Confidence Man in Glasgow next month. Seen them a couple of times now. They're another band I would recommend, kind of into like dance music. Don't think I've got many others now. Obviously, I've got Arctic Monkeys next summer, but it's still a while away.
Hi, I mean, what was it, 73 quid a ticket?
Not cheap, but it'll be worth it.
I'm sure it will. So, I mean, I've got Jamie T coming next month in November, and then believe, as far as I know, that I'm going to see Nutini in December for my birthday.
Right.
Paolo Nutini. Wow. I mean, feels like he never tours, so just to see him live would be pretty good.
It's once in a blue moon, he tours.
Then it's Arctic Monkeys next year.
There'll be more that come up.
See when we're on about actually live acts that we really enjoyed, that are definitely up there. I mean, I actually forgot about someone, or it's actually the Proclaimers. To be honest, that was up there with one of the best ones.
Yeah, I've not actually seen them live. I chose the Libertines over them at T in the Park a few years ago now.
So did I.
I've not actually. I wouldn't mind seeing them live. I wouldn't say I'm a massive fan, but I would enjoy seeing them live.
It's just no, it's just kind of one of them acts, the Proclaimers, that you need to experience at least once. So it was definitely up there. I mean, what's the band you've seen the most? I believe is the View, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say the View, Kasabian, and pretty close to it. I think the View and Kasabian probably eventually book home. I've seen her about 4 times now. She only started out last year, so.
For me, it's Kasabian 6 times, I think.
Yeah.
But obviously, I've not seen them since Tom got forced out of the band. But
well, to be honest, I've seen them support Liam Gallagher in June, and I honestly felt that Kasabian were better than Liam was. I don't even think it was his own fault. It's just the way it went. But Scott Kasabian was so brilliant tonight, Tom. But don't believe everything you read on the
internet. Definitely. So we'll just quickly finish on going back to golf again. So like, if I was to kind of like put a gun to your head for like the pre favorite market, like who you choosing, and then one kind of long shot odd.
Is this for the Spanish tournament?
So I we'll go open the España first now.
Top of the market. If I had to pick one, probably Arnaus 18-1. Obviously a big hitter and almost won it last year.
Quite popular. I can see why.
On the outside, further adrift in the market. Bear with me, I'm having a look now. You've already backed him, but maybe Sebastian Garcia Rodriguez. 150 to 1.
Here we go, Sebastian Garcia Rodriguez. He's winning the whole thing.
Aye, should do.
And then if you're to go in the Shriners as well, one from the top, one from one longish.
Okay. Top of the market. Can't have Cantley at 7 to 1. It's too short. Yeah, I'll probably go Homer 20 to 1. He's a prolific winner now, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be pretty good in these types of fields too. Good player. Tom Kim as well. He's playing great. He's 25 to 1. And then further adrift. Kirk Kitayama, he's 8 to 1. He's playing pretty well just now. Even Cam Champ, 125 to 1. He always pops up.
Cam Champ, wow.
Aye. But in general, I feel like it's kind of a week to sit out. I don't think there's a lot of value.
Yeah, especially with Valderrama next week, but
yeah, definitely.
Cam Champ, who missed 7 cuts, then somehow finished in the top 10.
he just pops up out of nowhere. He knows how to win. So if he gets up there, which is probably the biggest challenge for him, then he can definitely stay there and compete.
Fair enough. The Open Display for me, so probably most confident. Most confident. Tristan Lawrence for me, I think, at 45 to 1.
That's a good
for me, he's only won about 4 starts ago, and the course is kind of at altitude, and he won at Crans, which has always been at altitude as well. So Lawrence for me is a decent price, I think. And if we're going long shot, then I'll not go Garcia Rodriguez, but I'll go Marcel Siem, the old dog for Germany. Who's about 90 to 1, I believe. He had a decent enough week last week, and he's just one of them players that kind of turns it on every so often. So we'll go Marcel Siem, and then for the Shriners, for the top of the market, Cam Davis for me, I think.
Yeah,
I think he's due another win, and he's only one came at a birdie fest, and this on average is one of the biggest birdie fests that they play on tour. So Cam Davis for me makes sense, and I feel although I'm back to go again, I'm not quite as confident this week as I was last week. So. So I'll go Doug Gim this week at 200 to 1. I believe he's a better player than what his price suggests.
Doug Gim's a good player. He's showed it in glimpses, last year or two, that he can go well in good fields. So
just needs to
players around him is better than most of them.
Just needs to learn how to putt, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right, so for anybody that does listen to this, I'll share around like your Telegram page and that for anybody that wants to maybe have a bet on like the darts or the snooker, or it's mainly darts and snooker that you put anyway.
I'd say darts is the main one, and then some snooker, some days some football. But aye, the Telegram's called Raffles Betting Tips, and the link to join is in my Twitter bio. Don't know if Craig will post that or whatever. So aye, it's totally free to subscribe, so get on it.
And yeah, I mean, over the past couple of years, I mean, to be honest, you probably made quite a lot of people money, but especially darts and snooker. So
yeah, there's quite a lot of people I've talked to, that back them and stuff. So it's good to hear that people do actually back them.
So yeah, basically, if you like money and you like darts and snooker, then Raffle's your man. That's basically what I'm saying. So yeah, I'll post a link out on my Twitter, sharing your Telegram page and that. And yeah, for anybody that maybe wants to follow you over Twitter and that, what's your Twitter name?
Right, it's overly striped, but it's where like the number 0 as opposed to like the letter O. So overly striped with a 0, not an O. I know it's a bit confusing. I should really change that.
No, that old the old Kasabian song.
Exactly. So I give me a follow if you want, and follow the Telegram page. Much appreciated.
Right, Sean. Well, I'll call you Sean, even though I feel a bit dirty. But
if anyone's still listening.
If anybody's still listening, yeah, get on that, and yeah, obviously the darts is starting. Well, I believe in about 4 minutes' time. So yeah, get on that.
Day 2 of the Grand Prix, so I've got a double up for tonight. It's only 5 to 6, but it looks like a banker. So if you want to get on that, then subscribe quick.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, obviously, it's always good to hear from you, and yeah, obviously, all the best with Raffles betting tips and that, and yeah, I'll see you at some stage anyway. So.
And no worries, mate. Cheers for having me on. Good luck with the YouTube and stuff.
I mean, it's a bit like you at first. Like, it'll take for fucking years to get any kind of following, but
you just got to stay patient. Like as long as you enjoy doing it, then crack on.
yeah,
hopefully I can get back on maybe early December to preview the World Championship.
Yeah,
I could maybe do that.
Yeah, definitely, and obviously by that time England will be knocked at the World Cup. So
yeah, we can celebrate that. And to anyone watching, I will be drinking alcohol the next time. I'm just still recovering for the weekend.
Fair enough, mate. Anyway, all the best with that and stuff, and I'll catch you later on.
No worries. Cheers, mate. See you later.
Cheers, man. All the best. Bye.